Well, I'm making up candy boards here, and how mine are made has a simple frame with a inner ledge that I've glued and stapled in place, and then screen on top. And how I do this is I have just pieces of rigid insulation foam board that wedges it in underneath. Set that down. And what that does is it keeps the wet sugar from pushing through the screen. And I don't need to use paper or newspaper or anything else. What I'm putting on here is wet sugar. I take a piece of 2x4 and just set it there, because later on that will become my upper entrance, so that if the bees get snowed in down below, they can still make their way out. So I just packed the sugar fairly level and flat as I can. Try to keep your edges clean, because that's what's going to seal the hive from wind and whatnot later on when you put this actually on the hive. Then I just take a piece of 2x4 here and just crimp everything down. And this is 10 pounds of sugar that I mix up in a bucket with about 1.5 cups of water to get it just moist where it packs nicely. In my local climates in here, I've over the years kind of figured out that 10 pounds per hive is a good insurance policy. So if they ever run out of their own honey stores that I've left, this is what gets them into the springtime. Pull that out and I've got a nice notch for the upper opening. This is one that I worked on yesterday. Slide these down. And so this isn't really rock hard yet, but I'll show you. I can turn this up and pull that out, and you can see how it keeps the candy or the sugar packed up into the screen. And I just set them aside after a day. They're propped up on boards this way, so that the bottom gets nice and dry and everything hardens up all the way through. If you just leave them flat like this for too long, it still stays moist underneath. And again, all it is if you look, it's just rigid foam board that I've pressed in the gap underneath, and that creates the form for me to pack the candy board sugar in. And then you can pack it down, let it harden up for a couple days. Then you can remove those and use them on the next ones. So I'll do this over the course of a few days. Make up all my candy boards, leave them set out on racks to dry up, and then in another day after that I'll move them out and put them on my hives. And again, it's nice, you get a little notch right there for if you will, an upper entrance or a vent hole if that's your strategy as well.